Hey, good looking. I'm so glad that you came to my kitchen today to see what I all have cooking. Well, grab a hold of that vine, swing right on in my kitchen, and let's get cooking. Good looking. Today, we're gonna do another family favorite of mine, and it is beef rouladen. So, grab a hold of that vine, and let's get cooking. Good looking. Well, Happy New Year, everybody. Today, we're going to sit there and do one of my husband's favorites. And, well, he's had it all his life, and I'm going to sit there and show you how we make beef rouladen. I have some bacon. I have some honey mustard. I have some crushed black pepper, and I have some coarse salt, and of course I have some bottom round steak that is thinly sliced up. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sit there and cut this bacon in half, and I'm going to put some slices right on my grill. As you see, I have our bacon all out on top of our Blackstone griddle. Now I'm going to sit there and just partially cook it up and render out most of the fat, but we still want to sit there and keep it pretty pliable. As you hear, the bacon is sizzling off in the background, and it's a wonderful sound to have around. Now, I'm just going to sit there and simply salt and pepper each one of these all up, just as so. I'll be back when I'm all done. I went ahead, I salt and peppered them up. Now, grab that honey mustard or honey Dijon mustard. Preferably, I like using the honey Dijon mustard, but that's okay. Now we're going to sit there and spread some of this mustard down along the tops. Now, grab your spoon or your knife and just sit there and evenly spread out all that luscious mustard while we're waiting for the bacon to render down. Now, I have some of my dried minced garlic. We're also going to sit there and give each one a good pinch and sprinkle that over the top of each one of these steaks, just as such. And if you really like it more garlicky, go ahead and be heavy on the pinch. And if you don't like it so garlicky, be light on the pinch. It's all in your hands. I'm also going to give a good hefty pinch of the dried minced onion as well. And oh, if you could just smell that bacon all rendering up. Okay, so I'm giving a good generous pinch or so to each one of these bottom round steaks. Back over to this beautiful bacon footage. Let's go ahead and give these all a quick flip. Like I said, you want them still to be partially flimsy like they are, but at the same time, oh, that one I could have left. At the same time, I want them to have some color. I don't like naked bacon going on my beef rouladen. and neither did my mother-in-law. And as these render down to my liking, I'm just going to remove them. I have a piece of paper toweling, and I'm just going to place them up on the paper toweling. Okay, I just handed the Blackstone griddle off to my hubby to fry up the rest of it, but I have brought some of it over here that has been draining off and makes it a little bit easier for me to pick up and handle as I put it on the round stick here. I can't even speak. On top of our bottom round steak. And like I said, we're gonna sit there and put some of this goodness right on. And then we're gonna sit there and roll this beautiful thing up. This is why you want it pliable yet, so you can roll it up. I gotta go get some toothpicks because, well, it's New Year's and I'm not prepared. Okay, I brought some toothpicks over, and now we're just gonna sit there and simply just roll up this into a beautiful rolled up tube of meat. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. I have to admit, my mother-in-law knew how to cook. And the tradition has been going on for my sons and my husband. And there you go, a nice little meat package. Yum yum. Well, I'm gonna sit there and finish preparing the rest of these, and I'll see you when I'm all done with all these. So I'll see you in a bit. And look at the beautiful beef packages of meat. They look like Santa Claus thought we are pretty good. Alright, let's remove our cover. Grab some canola oil. I'm going to add about maybe half a tablespoon to a tablespoon of oil. I'm going to come down here, push the saute button on. I'm going to let the oil heat up, and then we're going to put the rolled up beef rouladen in, and we're just going to brown up the meat. We're not going to cook it. I'm going to grab my tongs, and I'm just going to start placing the beef rouladen in, and we're just gonna brown it. We're not cooking it, we're just browning it. And do not overcrowd your pan. And that's what it looks like on the inside as we're browning them up. Now, when they have a good crispiness going on, go ahead, give it just a slight little turn, and brown up that other little side. You want all sides of the beef rouladen, just to have that nice little caramelization going on the meat. Remember, we're not cooking it, we're just browning it. Let's have a quick little look-see again. Like we said, you just want to sit there and put that good little caramelization on the meat. Now, I'm just going to give it a good teaspoon of the Better Than Bouillon roasted beef base. And I'm also gonna add 1 cup of water. So let's go ahead, add that cup of water and the better than bouillon beef base. Okay, let's add that better than bouillon beef base. Now, I'm just gonna give everything just a quick little stir and maybe flip these over onto the other side because I've already have that side all browned, and at the same time I'm kind of picking up all that goodness at the very bottom of our pan, and also I'm mixing in that better than bouillon beef base. So I'll see you when I'm all done giving these a final flip, because we're gonna sit there and put the cover on and we're gonna cook these babies all up. And once again, I'm gonna add I'll say a half a tablespoon of the minced onion, and half of a teaspoon of the dried dehydrated minced garlic. And again, I'll grab my tongs and I'm just gonna give everything just a quick little zhuzh. I'm gonna turn off the saute feature. Alright, instead of using that tomato paste that comes in a tube, I'm using my sun-dried tomato powder. So I'm going to give that a good handful, and then I'm going to sit there and grab some cooking wine, and I'm going to give it a good, I'll say, half a cup, if I can get the darn bottle open. Okay, there we go. Whew, for a second I didn't think we were gonna get it. You don't have to add the cooking wine, that is totally optional. I like the flavor that it gives. Now again, I'm just gonna give everything a good little stir. Get the tomato powder down in that beef gravy. Mix up that red wine. Oh, does it smell wonderful. Grab my cover. Close it. Make sure that our vent up here is closed. Now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to sit there and push the manual button, and I'm going to decrease it to 20 minutes, and then we're going to do a natural release. The pressure cooker has just sounded off. Do a natural release. Let's see if it released all of its pressure on its own. Ooh, cool. Now open up the cover, and always open it up away from you, so that way you do not get the steam burns. Does this smell divine. I really wish you were here to sit there and smell this goodness. Alright, now we're just gonna give this a sampling because the rest of the family's not here yet, but I have myself a little plate. Let's just come in here and grab one of these little beauties. Ha 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 ha. Look at that luscious meat roll. Oh my goodness. Now, remember, there's toothpicks in there. Now, I have my silverware. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Like I said, right there's the toothpick. Be sure to remove it before you even attempt to eat your meat. Oh, look at that. I am just drooling looking at this lusciousness. Now, you're gonna have to excuse me because I'm gonna cut off a little end piece. Oh, look at that. Oh, I mean, let's give this a little taste test. And here we go. That's how easy it was to make beef furlan in our Instapot. So if you want to belong to the Instapot Weeknight Warriors, be sure to show up every Wednesday and we will have a Instapot Weeknight Warrior recipe up for you. So please be sure to give me a big old thumbs up. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Now, if you have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button, tap that little bell. That way you'll always be notified every time I do put out a new video. And here's to happy cooking, but better yet, happy eatings. Y'all come back now. You hear?